I have something to tell you about the Snapdragon battery life. Before this video starts, this is for you critics. Here are my two Note 20 Ultras, and to prove that one's Exynos and one's Snapdragon, here's my Exynos and my Snapdragon. Does that satisfy you? Alright, so I'm here to talk about the battery life comparison that a lot of you have been waiting for. I've gotten so many comments about this, and to be completely honest, I'm not entirely satisfied with the battery result, but because this is time sensitive for a lot of you, then I figured I might as well tell you what I got so far. I'm going to be comparing the screen on time between these two devices, and I'm going to give some more insight after that. I'll be completely honest, I'm not entirely satisfied with the battery life on the Snapdragon Note 20 Ultra, which kind of surprises me because the battery life on the Snapdragon S20 Ultra was just fine. Maybe it's the smaller battery, maybe it's the higher clock rates, who knows. But nonetheless, here's my screen on time. These phones have been using Full HD, 120Hz, no hardcore gaming, maybe a few pictures and videos here and there, overall light usage. Display brightness at medium to give you guys a bit of perspective. So on the first full day I used the Exynos Note 20 Ultra, I got 6 hours and 4 minutes with 5% left, which isn't great. But the first day that I used the Note 20 Ultra, it was a day where I was busy unfortunately and I couldn't use the phone much, so my screen on time is 3 hours and 51 minutes at 40% left. So if you do the math, I could have gotten more or less the same battery life if I kept on using the phone. Second day of using both phones, Exynos variant got 5 hours and 22 minutes with 12% left. But the second day of using the Note 20 Ultra Snapdragon, I got something similar, 5 hours and 13 minutes, but with 16% left. The third day of using the Exynos variant, I got 3 hours and 55 minutes with 31% left, and that was a day I didn't use the phone much. And before you go like, it's not accurate testing, you gotta understand this is a realistic battery life review. That means, for days where I'm not using the phone much, seeing how that standby drain takes effect, see how it handles, see how the phone handles standby drain. And the third day of using the Snapdragon variant, I got 4 hours and 32 minutes with 30% left. Not quite the jump I was expecting. Now, ever since I made the first battery life review of the Exynos variant, it has gotten a tiny bit better. So those Exynos defenders were right on one thing, and it's that the phone does learn your battery patterns and it does improve battery life a tiny bit, but still not as good as I thought it was going to be. Then I found out that a lot of the apps are running in the background. And I'm like, what the hell? I put them in always sleeping mode. So it turns out these phones love to run apps in the background for some strange reason. So I put them in deep sleeping mode. All the apps I don't want to get notifications from anyway, I put them in deep sleeping mode, and that did cut down on their background use by a lot. So you guys should consider doing that as well. Put all of your apps in always sleeping mode, and put the apps you don't want notifications from in deep sleeping mode. It's gonna make battery life way better. Because these results aren't that satisfying, I was gonna wait a few more days to test further, but you guys keep on bugging me over and over to make this video, so that's what I'm doing. Is the Snapdragon variant bad with battery life? No, I wouldn't say that. I think it just depends on our usage. The standby drain is where I actually saw improvement. I unplugged my phone in the middle of the night when it reached 100%, and it only drained maybe 1-2%. Exynos said it would drain like 4-5%, so there's an improvement in that for sure. After I put my apps in deep sleeping mode and after I used the phone for 3 days and it's settling, more and more, learning my battery patterns, battery life is improving a bit. So if you want to buy the Snapdragon variant for battery life, then it's still your best bet. It's still a good choice. You just gotta optimize it and let the phone optimize itself as well. So yeah, that's the battery life between these two phones. It's not a huge difference, but these are the results that I'm getting so far. But because I'm not satisfied with them and a lot of you are not gonna be satisfied with these results, I can already predict the comments. You didn't do the test right. You didn't do this and that. I'm gonna do a battery stress test, which is what you guys see on YouTube often, where someone's hovering over the phones for 7 hours straight and they're like, playing games, letting the battery drain to 0% on both, which is not a realistic battery test, which is why I haven't done it to this day. But it is interesting to see which one lasts longer. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for 7 hours straight, but I'm gonna try something for you guys, okay? But for now, my next test between the two variants is gonna be performance. I'm gonna be you know, switching between apps, which is going to be the same, I'm already telling you that, and gaming, and other small things regarding the performance. So stay tuned for that video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. If you have any criticism, instead of hiding behind the comments, join my Discord server and we'll have a conversation, because you guys are literally making me lose brain cells. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.